Obviously they're dated with the color, but they'll be replaced because when you get into what they're actually made of and their construction, they're older, so they need to be replaced. New flooring throughout, so it's all one look and feel down here. Opening this up to create an open concept living room, kitchen area, which in this case is just going to be massive, just huge. Stackable placed right here, okay? All right, guys, we're here at a property that a client just purchased. This client is doing phenomenally well. They understand the hybrid model. They understand the density trends that are going on. We worked through all of that. We worked through the financials on these deals. This is their second purchase. They're already underway looking at their third and fourth. So let me describe to you, I'm going to turn the camera around, walk through why this opportunity was a good one, what phase one looks like, and also obviously for phase two, what we got in store for that one. This is a phenomenal plan. He is setting himself up for some serious wealth in the 5-10 year time frame. It's not overnight, but it is very, very definitive, and it's not as complex as you think. You need to be able to understand that vision. What are you doing? Why are you doing it? Why is it strategic? All of that is really, really important. And then you need to simply execute with some focus and clarity. And it doesn't need to be any more complicated than that. You just need to understand the fundamentals and why you're doing what you're doing, which is exactly what it's doing. So let me turn this around. I'm going to show you what this one's all about. Okay, when you walk in the back door of this place, you've got a basement entrance right here. To the right is a living room. Straight ahead is the hallway leading to one bedroom and then the upstairs, and then a nice big kitchen area right here. Okay, this one has a couple of options. You can make a corridor coming from the back door straight through to the basement stairs, fire rate that corridor. Then you would end up having the front door, which is located right down the hall right there, and a U-shaped main floor. One leg of the U coming up here to the kitchen, the other one circling around the staircase by the front door and leading into the living room kitchen, or sorry, the living room over here. That's one way to do it, and not quite as functional, but a little more cost effective. The other way to do it, which is the way my client's leaning on this, is to put a separate entrance outside right here. Right, so we've got good access to the basement right there. What that allows us to do is reclaim a ton of space in the basement and some space up here. That allows him to look at putting, so again, this opening in the staircase. So this whole opening that's framed right now is going to be closed in. You reclaim, again, a lot in the basement and some up here. Why is it a lot in the basement, some up here? Because there's already a staircase going upstairs. So we don't get all of the footprint back here. What we do get is the ability to not have an entrance coming through here. Instead, that will be a separate entrance for the basement that we'll create. That allows us to open up this, header this off, extend this partition out a little bit, put the stackable right here, still have a really nice big living room, really big kitchen, and 3 bedrooms. So it's going to be in a phenomenal unit up here. Okay, so what's the scope of work? These cabinets, they look fine. Obviously, they're dated with the color, but they'll be replaced because when you get into what they're actually made of and their construction, they're older, so they need to be replaced. New flooring throughout, so it's all one look and feel down here. Opening this up to create an open concept living room, kitchen area, which in this case is just going to be massive, just huge. Stackable placed right here, okay? You walk down this hallway, you have a hall closet, 1 bedroom right here. Okay, definitely need to retain this or put it up onto eBay. So we've got 1 bedroom downstairs. Coming upstairs, got 1 bathroom, 2 bedrooms. It's 1.5 stories, but the slanted ceilings are understated, meaning there's not a ton of slant in these ceilings, so it's good ceiling height. 1 bedroom on this side, another bedroom on this side. So what's the scope of work up here? So we're going to open up the wall in the kitchen, new bathroom, new kitchen, new flooring, patch and paint everywhere, and frame in that floor. That's essentially it in a nutshell. There's more details, but that's the guts of it. So now let's take a look downstairs and see what we've got. So this, as always, is where all the fun is. Look down here. First thing we notice when we're down here, we've got, relatively speaking, we've got a square. Usually it's a rectangle. In this case, the footprint's a little different. We've got a story and a half, and it's roughly a square. So let me give you the measurements of this. Okay, so we're 23 by 28. That's our footprint down here. 28 in this direction, 23 in this. So let's look at this now. There's a few things that we want to note here. One is, this is where we're going to dig the separate entrance, okay? So that creates all of this footprint right here where the stairs are is going to be reclaimed. This opening in the floor will be framed in, and it will no longer be there. So I've done this before in the past. It's a phenomenal way to get a lot of footprint back here. And so second thing we've got here is ceiling height. So let's do our work back. First thing we did when we came down here, measure from joist to concrete. That essentially gives us our bottom line, okay? In this case, we've got 7'1", which we already know is enough, right? 6'11" is generally our cutoff before we start employing other more creative measures. But when we've got 7'1", I know that I've got 3/8 of flooring. I've got a 1-inch airspace. So let's just do our work back. 6'5" plus 4 inches of duct, if it came to that, is 6'9". 1 inch of airspace is 6'10". 3/8 of flooring, 5/8 of drywall. I need 6'11". Okay, so that's our tightest work back is 6'11". In this case, we've got a couple of extra inches, which means we probably wouldn't need full 4-inch slim line. We could do 5-inch or 5.5, and still get our ceiling height in. So that work back that I just did becomes extremely helpful when assessing, do I have the ceiling height that I need? Push comes to shove, can I get it done? Again, in a very counterintuitive way, having your ductwork, addressing ductwork in a home where the ceiling height is a little bit tighter, counterintuitive, it's often tougher than dealing with your support beams. Why? Because we can flush mount our beams, see some previous videos on how that works, what a flush mount beam is and how it works. But we can flush mount beams and get back 10 inches of ceiling height in a big hurry. With some strategic layout, it becomes very easy. Ductwork can be more challenging. Now, slimline is our number one tool, number one most frequently used tool. But there are several other strategies you can do. If and when you've got a great house with a tougher ceiling height, we can absolutely work on that. So what else are we doing on this place? You can see here, one, there's a dehumidifier running. You can see some evidence of moisture. That combined with our inspection outside of grading, downspouts, troughs, window wells, we do have some moisture down here. It doesn't appear to be significant, but it's enough to want to put in some waterproofing down here in the basement to get an interior weeper installed. Make sure that it's bone dry and doesn't feel like a basement when you're down here. We've got our mechanical sitting here, which we will relocate. In a layout like this, not terribly complex to relocate it, a little bit of extra cost, but not too much. So that covers some of the main things. So what's gonna end up, what's our result here? We're gonna have a nice 2-unit building with a beautiful upstairs, story and a half, so 2 floors, 3 bedrooms, huge kitchen living room with an open concept, and basically looking brand new by the time it's done. Down here, we're gonna end up with a nice 2-bedroom, separate entrance. We've got tons of parking here. That's all phase 1, and that's gonna be like a beautiful product on the market, no question about it. Now, phase 2, this is the hybrid model, Blue Orchard hybrid model. Look at the size of this backyard, right? Just a massive footprint. And so with the province rolling out the latest mandates in late 2022 of 3 units in the main, and already having rolled out in 2019 ADUs, SDUs, anytime we can lock up a bigger plot of land, well, that's very, very good for us. So we've definitely, this client, again, is fully understanding of the strategic view and forward-looking, and is well positioned for exactly that. So this one, can't wait to see it unfold. Possession's coming quick, quotes are already coming in, Designs are already underway. Lots of good stuff progressing here. All right, we'll keep you updated. Thanks for watching. After years of training, consulting, and strategizing with investors, one thing becomes very, very clear, and that is there's a one-to-one correlation between clarity and focus and results. For investors who have clarity and focus, their results are not only faster, but they're better. And for those who don't have clarity and focus, they struggle. They struggle to produce results. They struggle to make steps toward what they're trying to achieve because what they're trying to achieve isn't crystal clear for them. If you don't have that clarity and focus today, reach out. We can help. We have the tools and the systems to be able to flesh out those goals, flesh out that clarity of market and strategy and the approach to get you from point A to point B faster in the most expedited path possible. And where we don't have the tools, we have developed strategic partnerships with people that we're happy to introduce you to help gain clarity and focus. That is the number one linchpin that we see with investors. And thank you for watching. Some people have reached out in appreciation of the content and asked how they can support. There's a very simple mechanism to be able to do that. If you would like, share this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. These are all things that help us propagate our content, help get our content out to more investors, and we would be hugely appreciative of that. Thanks again for watching.